Father Ruiz, thank you for taking the time to talk to us again. Just a few minutes ago, there in Rome, and I know a lot of people here in Cincinnati were watching online and via television. We saw the first black smoke come up from the Sistine Chapel. So no Pope yet. What's the atmosphere like over there?
Well, certainly it's an exciting time for everyone. I had class this afternoon and evening, and kind of a rarity of events took place where the professor actually stopped his lecture and turned on a big screen TV that we had in the classroom so we can watch the proceedings of the cardinals processing from the Pauline Chapel in the Vatican to the Sistine Chapel, and to watch the initial ceremonies, the initial rites of the conclave. And just the reaction, seeing all the different cardinals from the various priests from the various parts of the world. We have, and at least where I go to school, the priests from all of the various parts, and they're all represented by a cardinal. So it's just interesting seeing the reactions of all the different national blocs and language groups that seeing kind of their cardinal come on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's certainly a sense of great anticipation that all of us have, not only here in Rome, but certainly throughout the world, at what the results will be.
Don't suppose, since it was just a few minutes ago, I don't suppose you were down there in the square.
No, I didn't make it down. From what I've gathered, and this is kind of new for me as well, I believe that usually around noon and around 8 o'clock or so, the smoke is released. So I kind of have my game plan for the next few days as to what time to get down to the square to see the results. So, but no, tonight I assume that they weren't going to elect
Right.
the Pope the very first night. So and it's a little rainy out today, so I thought I'd stay indoors and wait till tomorrow.
All right. Well, tell me about, I guess, this week. We had the Cardinals. They finally all arrived. They set the conclave date, and then, or I guess last week this would be, and just you're talking about the sense of anticipation. I imagine that's just kind of been a fairly intense build-up as far as the way things feel over there.
Yeah, I think being here, especially at this time, and especially last week when all the Cardinals were arriving, and certainly they were visible. And I know a lot of the media were trying to get interviews and just kind of one-on-ones with the various Cardinals. And so there certainly was, again, as I said, a lot of anticipation, excitement. But also there was kind of a little bit of a lull, because we knew that the Cardinals were in town, but they were there to kind of get to know each other, to discuss what they needed to discuss prior to entering the conclave. And so it was interesting kind of reading some of the media reports from the various parts of the world, since there wasn't much news and they couldn't really get a lot of access to the Cardinals. Just seeing some of the reports, random things about the church, most of them positive, but just seeing how even there was a lull, there was a great excitement and anticipation as to what was to come. So needing to fill those spots of emptiness with some news. So even that was certainly very present last week, and this week with the events now taking place, it certainly is going to increase all the more.
Do you get the sense that this particular conclave has generated more interest, perhaps, than the 2005?
Part of it might be just with the explosion of the social media, even just from 2005. I think there have been naturally a lot of great advances as far as that goes. So that has certainly changed this conclave from what it was in 2005, with the new social media even more prevalent. But even I'm just thinking of to the last conclave, 2005, where Pope Benedict was elected. I think that in its own right was a unique event, because that was the first conclave in 27 years, I believe, since Pope John Paul II was elected till when he died. So there was a newness, a uniqueness to that conclave, and to this conclave, there's a unique aspect with Pope Benedict's historic resignation and the different circumstances in which this conclave is taking place, and also the different challenges that the church is facing today than what the church was facing in 2005.
I think one thing that's kind of fueling the social media attention and rise with this is some of the more lighthearted things people have put together, and I think that stems from the fact that this time we're not mourning the loss of our previous pope, as Benedict is alive and well at Castel Gandolfo.
This afternoon at lunch, I was talking to one of the priests I live with, and he was telling me about this site called Adopt a Cardinal, or
yes,
I'm not
that's
sure
another
what
one.
exactly it is. But yeah, that was kind of a unique thing. I guess you adopt a cardinal to pray for him during this time of conclave. And yeah, I think certainly as in all aspects of the social media, there are a lot of great applications of the social media in kind of helping to engage people in a positive way and in the things of the church, the things of faith. Naturally, there's also the negative aspect, which I think all of us are all too well aware of. But I'm very much edified seeing these unique and creative ways to engage people in this process.
When the black smoke came up the chimney, it wasn't about 5 minutes after that the hashtag Black Smoke was one of the number one, or one of the top 5 worldwide trends on Twitter. So just that instantly we saw the reach of the Catholic faith through social media, and hopefully the next pope will pick up the at Pontifex handle as well.
Yeah.
Are you on Twitter, by the way? Can folks follow you on Twitter?
I am not, and my brother is. He always has been kind of trying to encourage me to embrace the Twitter world and other things of the social media. So, but no, I don't have a Twitter account.
Excellent. Well, what about with the attention of the whole world focused on Rome right there with the media and whatnot? Has there been an increase in tourist traffic affecting kind of the day-to-day activities over there?
Yeah, it's hard to tell from my end of the city. I'm kind of in the historic district where a lot of the ancient Roman ruins are, so it always is pretty busy. And even at the Vatican, it's hard to tell because the Vatican is always quite busy.
I'm sure you'll be one of them down there if you get the opportunity.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Excellent. Was there anything else you'd like to tell the people about what you're seeing from Rome?
No, just again a great opportunity for all of us to give thanks to God for the gift of our faith. We have had our church in the spotlight for now it's about a month and a half, I guess, and oftentimes the church isn't always in a good spotlight in the media, and this time we get a chance to really see our church do what we're supposed to do, gather together as one body, praying for each other, praying with each other, praying for the future of the church. And so I think this is a real great opportunity for all of us to kind of recommit ourselves to that aspect of our faith, being a relational faith.
Excellent. And us at the Catholic Telegraph, we're praying for you and all the others, priests around the world and everybody in Rome and around the world as we wait to find out who will be the next leader of the Catholic Church. And Father Ruiz, I want to thank you very much for your time. Hopefully we'll be able to speak with you again soon, and hopefully very soon we'll hear the words Habemus Papam from the balcony, and we'll all be able to celebrate the arrival of a new pope.
Yes, it will be soon. It'll be soon.
Excellent. Well, thank you again, and everyone watching, I want to encourage you to stay tuned to www.thecatholictelegraph.com. We have Conclave Central posted on there, where we're keeping all the stories of the conclave and related events to the papal transition, and you can visit us there. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter. So we look forward to seeing you there, and Father Ruiz, we'll talk to you soon.
Very good, John. Thank you.
Thank you.